we're going to jump straight into Rain's roundup. Straight into
favourite
it.
part.
Yeah.
Your favourite part, you know? Wow.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's gonna get kicked. He actually jumped up. Man jumped up like
Yeah, bro.
Mario.
Rain's roundup's good, bro.
Like Wario, not even Mario, Wario. Not even Mario, Wario.
When Mario jumps on Yoshi.
Yeah.
Right, so where I'm going to start, there's quite a lot that's happened. And some of it is a bit older because we didn't cover everything from last week, the last fortnight, sorry. But I'm going to start with Marcus Fakana. I think I'm pronouncing his name right.
18-year-old.
The 18-year-old, so it was an 18-year-old boy
Got released.
who was jailed in Dubai. So what happened? He was reported to the police after having sex with a then 17-year-old female.
It was his girlfriend.
No, it wasn't his girl. It was a holiday romance.
Yep.
It was consensual. The reason why it got alerted to the feds was because the girl's mum found out and reported it to the Babylon. So that's the story. So what happened was he got a full pardon from one of the top men over in Dubai. So he's basically free. So there's a bit of a mad situation there. However, the issue or the bigger story is that the UK government, namely David Lammy from Tottenham, didn't interject.
Your boy.
Until the last moment. And when he interjected, the people that he was getting, the people that that my man was getting support from had already dealt with it. They already got him the presidential pardon and whatnot, but David Lammy didn't get involved.
I thought someone got involved last year when it originally happened.
You're talking about David Lammy.
Taking what
There
David
were
Lammy.
others. There were
I
others
mean,
involved.
others from the government.
From the government, okay.
No.
It was mentioned,
There
but
were-
they never
there
got
were-
involved.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
there was
I thought it was.
pressure from the UK system.
So
That's what I thought. They didn't say something to them.
what David Lammy said, the reason why he couldn't get involved is because he can only represent him as a MP, not as the foreign secretary. But as a foreign secretary, if something happens overseas, namely detainment, you should be able to get in there and have an influence. So the question is, should David have done more? Even though the guy's free and safe to the people that helped him, but should he have done more?
I think what it comes down to, and I say this as someone who understands the constraints of not being able to do what you want to do, because certain rules and regulations may stop you from doing that. If the constraints are there and he couldn't do it, then I'm understanding of it. The issue really becomes, was he able to do more? If he was able to do more, he 100% should have done more.
So how can a non-political body facilitate communication and a release?
Better than
Yes,
than him.
better than the MP.
Better than an MP one, and then him being a foreign secretary.
Foreign secretary.
Yeah.
Do you know what it will come down to? It will come down to, does the foreign secretary have the authority to make decisions? Can they get involved in personal cases as opposed to an MP can? And it might sound a bit strange.
I get what you mean, yeah.
But an MP may be able to do something because they're not in a position of authority from the country. Whereas as a foreign secretary, you're accountable to the country.
Can I say?
I disagree. Sorry, before you kick in.
Go on.
So I totally understand what you're saying. And yes, you're right. As a foreign secretary, you have to answer to ultimately the prime minister. So you can't do anything that would
Ultimately,
compromise
the country.
Yeah, the country. But you can't
yeah.
do anything that's going to compromise his leadership. Is what the biggest thing for him will be, because if you do, he's going to get rid of you. So I get that. However, the point that Rain just made there in regards to normal everyday people taking the time, namely the family, putting their time out there to go out there, contact the right people and whatnot. Yes, you're right. He couldn't go there and say to them, listen, he's from the UK, he don't understand, send him back home, we'll deal with him. But he definitely had the ability to guide the people in the right direction. These are the people you need to speak to. This is the judicial system over there. These are people in this part. Even if you don't actually do it yourself, you support. You show that you're giving the family support.
I mean, one thing that jars me about a lot of things, I suppose, even in life, but the computer says no, freaking effect. Like, some logic needed to be seen in this whole situation.
What logic was that?
I mean, one similar to what Reddy just said. He's a child, innit? All right, he didn't know any better in the sense of.
He's definitely not a child.
Yeah, he's 18.
That's what the case.
When I
is
say a
based on.
child, he's a young adult. Then, all right, he's just hitting adolescence now. All right, and it's like you're just actually reaching this point. It's not like you're gonna know everything that's going on. You're not gonna know the rules in other countries and how things work, etc., etc. Now he's just gone out there, seen a girl, slept with a girl. He's not gone into all of this whole how old are you? You're not of the legal age in this country, but
She didn't disclose her age. So I don't know if he asked, but she didn't disclose her age.
come on, man. I mean, at the end of the day, logic needs to have taken a little bit of sense here at this point. For me, even in the Dubai side of things, they should have actually.
The biologic, okay.
Yeah,
so-
I
No,
must
but
admit,
it's
I'm not with you on this.
There should have been some kind of logic towards it.
I'm not with you.
No,
Well,
no.
no, but the logic came because they then released him.
Eventually, but the boy's been. How long has he been in there?
So I haven't got the intricate.
He's been in there for a while now, and it's like you've now changed his whole his life. Innit? He's now been inside. All right, he's done time. I don't know how much of a record, or if the record's going to be like expunged. All right, it's like I know to myself he's been affected by it, and his life's been affected by it, and that's not fair because he's a young guy who's just coming into his adolescence now, and he's now having to deal with all of these problems that are now going to go on for the rest of his life. And he's known out there, and we're talking about him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Citrus.
The law doesn't have any space for ignorance. So
I read that the other day.
you
bro.
break the law, you break the law. I didn't know is not
It's not defense.
ground for defense.
Yeah. I killed him. I didn't know.
I didn't know I shouldn't do it. That's not ground for defense.
We all know it's because the
Number
mum
four.
didn't like it. So I thought you.
I was gonna. Yeah. No. Sorry. Go on, D. Go on.
No, go on.
We all know it's because the mum was like, "What? No, not my daughter. I'm sorry, not a black guy."
But
That's what I think.
But that's what it was. The daughter got dugu in Dubai, and then she was like, "Rah wagwan." So I don't look. I'm not going to go into the whole nationalities or where they're from and blah blah blah. Who knows what she looked like? We don't know. But she was underage, and that's what the
Have you seen
mum.
pictures of her?
I haven't. So I'm not bringing it in. I don't know.
So I've got a question to you when you finish.
But the fact is, the mother didn't like it. Reported. Then Manda came. Man's in jail.
Sorry, can I ask? Sorry, can I ask a question? If it was your
I'm going to
daughter,
finish my point because I think we need to stick with the etiquette of the podcast. And the point I was making was you can't pleading ignorance doesn't stand up in court in any country. So let's just take that off the table. Secondly, I believe from David Lammy or any MP's point of view, if it was a different individual being held against their will,
Detained.
detained for whatever reason we as a UK nation don't agree with, there would have been a much louder, quicker reaction and uproar. So if it was a female journalist, Caucasian from Lancashire, who was reporting something in Dubai wearing a skirt that was too short, and she was inside,
David's gone.
you know, all of them are talking about her in the House of Commons, in
Yeah.
the House of
All of them placed there. Yeah.
in the House of Parliament. You know what I mean? With the House of Lords, everyone is chatting.
Yeah.
So
Outrage.
I'm not on this.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk about it. Yeah. Dashing handkerchiefs to the front bench. I'm not on trying to hear. Like it wasn't high profile enough. Do you get what I mean?
100%. 100%.
So with things like that, I am very, very, very clear that the profile just didn't fit.
Right. Okay.
So this is why I don't believe there was enough noise made for this young man. However, let's put that aside. He's free.
Yes,
He
exactly.
got released a week ago today. So congratulations. I hope, as Buddy said, he uses this position to be able to, I don't know, uplift,
Educate.
educate and move forward and give him a foundation to be able to build and develop his life.
Can you imagine how much young people in his age bracket don't know about that consequence that if you go out there and you do something like that, the result of that is you could end up in prison?
They might know now.
That's my point. So this is what I'm saying.
When we were 18, traveling, did we care?
Nothing.
No. Did we care? Is the
I
problem?
didn't. I didn't.
Right, exactly. So and he's a young boy,
Man.
attracted.
Consensual.
Okay, yeah. Attracted to a girl. She's attracted to him. They're in Dubai, hotel.
He's on holiday, bro.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway, let's move on.
Wait, can I ask you a question before you move on?
Go for it. Go for it.
What's your view on the mum reporting it?
I mean,
Wiley.
no, because I wanted to say that. That's the point I wanted to say, was to say, if it was any of our kids and it was our daughters, all right, how would we feel? Or would we have sat there and said to ourselves, not my 17-year-old daughter, no way, not having it, and reported that?
Would you have reported it?
No, I wouldn't have reported it.
No.
I mean, you got to think to yourself, would I have reported it? I haven't got a daughter, all right, but I'm thinking in my head, how would I feel if it was one of my I might have.
Karen Buddy would have reported it.
Karen Buddy.
Yeah, Karen Bud.
Karen Buddy would have.
Yeah, Karen Bud.
I mean, you can say whatever you want to say, but I'm saying to myself,
Yeah.
you're saying no, I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have
but
reported it.
I wouldn't have reported it.
You say that now, but I'm thinking to myself, your
I know
17-year-old daughter
wouldn't have
has
reported
gone out there and got duga out there in another country.
Listen,
No,
all
Wait,
right?
let him finish. Go on.
Got duga in another country, all right, and you're not thinking to yourself, I'm feeling away. It's the first time, as far as you know, all right, and you're sitting there going, like, you might just panic and say, nah, I'm not having it.
So you'd report it for what reason?
I mean,
Emotional bud.
Bro,
What
wait, no, stop 1 second. You're making it personal.
feelings.
All right? No, you're
No,
making
go
it
on, go
personal. And I'm saying to you,
Go on.
just see it from another side, innit, bro? All right? At the end of the day, if it was my daughter, how would I feel about it? I'm not saying that I'm going to do what she did, because I think what she did was disgusting. Do you know what I mean? I don't condone in it. However, what I'm trying to say is, understand the feeling in it. Just try and see it from another person's point of view.
And I get that.
That's it.
The point I'm making is, if I have an issue with you over something you've done, being her daughter, me saying I'm going to punish Citrus because he was there with you,
Buddy.
it doesn't make sense, because my beef would be with my daughter. I'm gonna sit down and talk to her and have that conversation with her. I'm not then gonna say, yeah, Citrus must go in prison, knowing as an adult that by me reporting this, he's going down in a foreign country.
Yeah, but her stereotypes might be far past that. I don't care. I don't know him. Do you know what I mean? I know my child.
It's not true.
Go on.
What you are saying-
All right, wait, hold on.
Citrus,
No, I wanna make the
Citrus,
point.
go on.
If it was-
Because I wanna
what about
address
if it was
go
your
on.
son?
We need to move on.
Because I want to address it, so go on, Citrus.
What you're saying is this was wrong, and I reported it. However, if she spread her legs in the UK, there'll be no one to report it to. Therefore, the issue is not with the boy. The issue is with your child, the young girl.
Who is?
This is the fact she was consenting.
Yeah.
In the UK, there would have been no issue with that. In parts of Europe, there was no issue with that. It's only because this happened in Dubai, where the age range is different, is where it became a position where it's like, actually, because you did it over there, there's a way I can now lend you down by proxy. Do you get what I mean? Because you're over there. But if this happened you was in Mallorca, or if this happened you was in Paris or wherever else, it would have been like, oh, we now need to focus just on my daughter. But you always needed to focus on your daughter. Laying the little boy down, the young man down, as a byproduct of her having sex with him because you didn't want it to happen, and now dressing him down because we're in another country and that law's different. I'm not interested.
So
let me just give.
And just for the
Wiley
record,
wanted to say
we don't know what conversation, punishment, or whatever has taken place in their household internally with the daughter.
So my issue with it is, I think the mum has done whatever she's done based on the information she's given. Now, it probably is consenting, and from the information we know it's consenting. However, the daughter is frank. We've never heard the daughter come out and say, oh, she was against the mum going to the police. So the daughter may well have framed the story in such a way that the mum is empowered to do that. We're all going by that, oh, how could the mum do that? What if the daughter is given a story whereby, no, it wasn't the R word, but actually, you know what it was? It was something where I was coerced into doing it. It wasn't the R word, but I was coerced into doing it.
But Wiley,
That may be...
Would you not think that even if that was the case, the mum, the daughter, another family member, a friend would have turned around and said, actually, even though it was reported this way, this is the position. So therefore, you're not leaving this young man exposed to the Dubai government, the Dubai authorities, and the British press. So if it was, as you're saying, how it was reported and that was incorrect, that someone could have turned around and said, at any point on her side of the family or representing her, actually it was this. Because it was so quiet, that says to me, as Sirelli said, he was left out to dry.
So my argument, I'm going to come to Tongo in a second. My only closing point on this is, on that point is, there's no obligation on the mum to have to clarify a story. As far as she's concerned, she's done what she's done with her daughter. And as far as she's concerned, if the story coming to her, why do I need to make a story out about the boy when I'm dealing with my daughter? That's his. As far as I'm concerned, if this is the story the daughter has told the mum, if it is, my daughter was coerced, not the R word, but was coerced. That is what I don't need to tell no one nothing. I've done what I've done.
But maybe she was. Maybe that information didn't come back. That it was coerced. Maybe she walked in on them. She's having sex, and the mum's just like, "Rah, I'm calling the police."
Yes,
and that was it. And then
that's what I'm saying.
And then they've come. How old are you? 18. How old are you? 17.
Are you married? No.
Well, right. Okay.
Dubai.
Tongo, closing point.
How come all the information that came out automatically, immediately from the jump said she consented, this, that, the other. So if the world was able to know that, they could only have got the information from those involved.
Coerced.
So how did the mum not know?
Because coerced and this is what Wiley said. Wiley said coerced, not the R
Coerced,
word.
not the R word.
I know what he said.
So it may be that whatever, and I don't want to labour too much on this particular point, but it may be, and I'm only going from a different angle, like Buddy's doing. We're saying, oh, how could the mum have done that? The mum could have done that if she thinks she's defending her daughter for whatever reason, whatever reason. And I'm not saying it's the right thing that happened. I'm saying that's a different angle to what happened.
All right. Sorry, the point I wanted to make to Buddy was just that I know you said you don't have any daughters, and I appreciate that. But just look at it from if he was your son and he went on holiday. I don't know who the daughter went with, but she's still 17 years old.
The mum.
I didn't know if the mum was out there as well.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know. But like I said, if he was your son, just look at it from that angle.